If you're preparing for the Certified Implementation Specialist Data Foundations exam, don't schedule your test before watching this video. Because in this video, I'll show you the most important ServiceNow Certified Implementation Specialist Data Foundations exam questions and topics that helped me pass the exam in just 6 hours of preparation. If you're planning to pass the ServiceNow Certified Implementation Specialist Data Foundations certification exam on your first attempt, you're in the right place. This certification is offered by ServiceNow, and it focuses on CMDB and CSDM data foundations, which are essential for managing configuration items and relationships within the ServiceNow platform. In this video, we'll cover important ServiceNow Certified Implementation Specialist Data Foundations exam questions and preparation tips that can help you pass the exam quickly. Also, if you want the complete ServiceNow Implementation Specialist Data Foundations Practice Questions PDF, you can download it from the link in the description provided by Study for Exam. Question 1. A CMDB CI class owner responsible for Windows servers needs to manage the Windows Server class efficiently. Which CI Class Manager feature will help streamline this task? A. CI Favorites. B. Pinned classes. C. Search CI classes. D. None. Correct answer, A. CI Favorites. Explanation. CI Favorites allows CI class owners to quickly access frequently used classes, reducing navigation time and simplifying daily CMDB management tasks. Question 2. A CMDB administrator is working in the CI Class Manager on the Basic Info tab. How can the class be set as a principal class? A. Select Yes from the Principal Class choice list. B. Check the Principal Class checkbox. C. Click the Principal Class UI action button. D. None. Correct answer, A. Select Yes from the Principal Class choice list. Explanation. The Principal Class designation is configured on the Basic Info tab using a choice list, ensuring the class is treated as a primary CI reference. Question 3. A CMDB administrator is using the Duplicate CI Remediator to resolve duplicate configuration items. Which attribute is used to identify the main CI? A. Least related items. B. Most related items. C. Newest created. D. Oldest created. Correct answer, B. Most related items. Explanation. The CI with the most relationships is selected as the main CI to ensure important relationships are preserved during deduplication. Quick exam. Tip. One important thing about the ServiceNow Certified Implementation Specialist Data Foundations exam is that many questions focus on CMDB data management concepts rather than just definitions. So, make sure you clearly understand topics like CMDB Data Manager policies, CI Class Manager Service Graph Connectors, CMDB Health Dashboard, Identification and Reconciliation Engine, IRE. These areas appear frequently in the exam. Question 4. A CMDB administrator installs a Service Graph Connector and then customizes the mappings. What is the consequence of this action? A. Customized mappings are not supported by ServiceNow. B. Custom fields get a special CMDB tag. C. Execution requires approval records. D. None. Correct answer, A. Customized mappings are not supported by ServiceNow. Explanation. Once Service Graph Connector mappings are customized, they are no longer supported by ServiceNow, meaning the customer becomes responsible for maintaining them. Question 5. A configuration manager needs to remove records from a CI class while still retaining the ability to restore them later. Which CMDB Data Manager policy should be used? A. Archive. B. Retire. C. Certification. D. Delete. Correct answer, A. Archive. Explanation. Archive policies remove records from active use while keeping them stored for possible restoration later. Questions 6. A CMDB administrator is asked to clean up the CMDB duplicates. What is the preferred way to manage this task? A. The deduplication dashboard on the CMDB workspace. B. My tasks in the application navigator. C. The deduplication task module. D. None. Correct answer, A. The deduplication dashboard on the CMDB workspace. Explanation. In Data Foundations, govern means using controlled and repeatable processes to keep CMDB data accurate over time. Duplicate CIs reduce trust, break reports, and create operational issues. The ServiceNow CMDB Workspace Deduplication Dashboard is the preferred tool because it centralizes detection, comparison, and resolution of duplicate records with proper controls and auditability. Generic options like My Tasks or Simple Task modules lack the specialized tools needed for safe and consistent duplicate remediation. Therefore, the correct approach is using the Deduplication Dashboard in CMDB Workspace. Question 7. With CMDB 360, multi-source CMDB, dynamic reconciliation rules are enabled. Based on management requirements, a CMDB administrator needs to configure multiple dynamic reconciliation rules, which are available dynamic rule types within the Create Reconciliation Rule wizard. Choose two options: A, smallest value, B, most reported, C, last updated, D, last created. Correct answer: B, most reported, and C, last updated. Explanation: ServiceNow CMDB 360 Multi-source CMDB extends the standard ServiceNow Identification and Reconciliation Engine, IRE, by supporting dynamic reconciliation rules which select attribute values based on data patterns instead of fixed source priority. Two supported dynamic rule types are: most reported, B, chooses the value reported most often across sources, last updated, C, chooses the most recently updated value, smallest value, A, and last created, D, are not supported. Correct answers: B, most reported, and C, last updated. Questions 8. A CMDB administrator is comparing the unified map to the service mapping map. What are additional capabilities of the unified map? Choose 2. A. Number of levels displayed on a map can be modified. B. Map can be zoomed in and out. C. Map nodes can be filtered based on user preferences. D. Visibility to an application and the host it is installed on. Answer: B. Map can be zoomed in and out, and C. Map nodes can be filtered based on user preferences. Explanation: the ServiceNow Unified Map provides an interactive view of CI relationships from sources like ServiceNow Discovery and ServiceNow Service Mapping in one place. Key capabilities include: zoom in, jar out. B. Lets users view both high-level architecture and detailed CI relationships. Filtering. C. Allows filtering nodes by CI class, relationship type, lifecycle state, or other attributes. Options A, changing number of levels, and D, application to host visibility, are mainly standard service mapping features. Correct answers: B, zoom capability, and C, node filtering. Questions 9. A CMDB administrator wants only the CIs of principal classes to appear in CI reference fields. For example, the CI reference fields accessible from an incident form. Where does the CMDB administrator designate principal classes? A. CMDB Workspace, B. CI Class Manager, C. CMDB Data Manager, D. System Properties. Answer: B. CI Class Manager. Explanation: in Data Foundations, principal classes help simplify CI selection in ITSM processes by limiting CI reference fields, like the Incident Configuration Item field, to the most relevant CI classes. Principal classes are configured in the ServiceNow CI Class Manager, where administrators manage CI class behaviors and settings. This improves usability, data quality, and accurate CI selection for processes like incident and change. Other options are not correct. ServiceNow CMDB Workspace, used for exploring CMDB data. ServiceNow CMDB Data Manager, used for lifecycle policies and remediation. System Properties, control global settings, not CI class designation. Correct answer: CI Class Manager. Questions 10. A ServiceNow administrator wants to implement CIS graph connectors to provide integrations to many third-party solutions that the company wants integrated into the CMDB. Which categories of connectors are available to the administrator? A. Cloud, B. Observability, C. DevOps, D. Workflow automation. Answer: A. Cloud, and B. Observability. Explanation: ServiceNow Service Graph Connectors are out-of-the-box integrations that import data into the CMDB using the ServiceNow Identification and Reconciliation Engine, IRE, to maintain data quality and governance. Two main connector categories are: Cloud, A, integrates cloud platforms like AWS, Azure, and GCP to bring cloud infrastructure data into the CMDB. Observability, B, integrates monitoring telemetry tools to enrich CI data and support service health and incident analysis. DevOps, C, and workflow automation, D, are not service graph connector categories. Correct answers: A, Cloud, and B, Observability. Questions 11. The CMDB configuration management team wants to manage deduplication tasks generated from data ingested into the CMDB via the Identification and Reconciliation Engine, IRE. In which area of the CMDB workspace can they locate these deduplication tasks? A. Important Actions tile under the Home tab. B. CMDB Feature Adoption tile under the Insights tab. C. Total Status under the My Work tab. D. None. Answer: C. Total Status under the My Work tab. Explanation: in ServiceNow CMDB Workspace, deduplication tasks generated by the ServiceNow Identification and Reconciliation Engine, IRE, appear in the My Work tab. These tasks are found under the Total Status section. which consolidates actionable CMDB work items such as duplicate CI remediation, data certification, and governance tasks. Home tab, for navigation not task execution. Insights tab, for analytics and adoption insights. Correct answer, C. Total status under the My Work tab. Questions 12. A data center manager is working with the CMDB CI class manager to define the relationship between application servers and the applications they host. The company has multiple application servers that host one or more applications, which describes the relationship between the application server table, CMDB CIO app server, and the application table, CMDB CIY Apple. A. Many-to-many. B. One-to-many. C. Many-to-one. D. One-to-one. Answer. A. Many-to-many explanation. In Data Foundations, CI relationships should reflect real-world dependencies for accurate impact analysis and troubleshooting. For applications hosted on application servers, the correct relationship is many-to-many. One application server hosts many applications. One application can run on many application servers. In the ServiceNow CMDB, this is handled using the ServiceNow CMDB relationship model, which allows multiple relationship records between CIs. One-to-many or many-to-one models would incorrectly limit real-world hosting scenarios. Correct answer, many-to-many relationship. In Data Foundations, Questions 13. When integrating data into the CMDB using import sets and transform maps, which type of script is added to ensure the data is processed through the Identification and Reconciliation Engine, IRE? A. On before. B. On complete. C. On after. D. On start. Answer. C. On after explanation. When importing CMDB data using import sets and transform maps, records must pass through the ServiceNow Identification and Reconciliation Engine, IRE, to prevent duplicates and enforce data source rules. The correct place to call the IRE API is the onAfter transform script because it runs after data mapping is complete, allowing proper CI identification and reconciliation. On before, on start, run too early, before mapping. On complete, runs after the whole import job, not per record. Correct answer, C, on after. Questions 14. Where can a CMDB 360 multi-source CMDB saved query be viewed and created in the CMDB workspace? A. Coverage window on the CMDB 360 tab. B. Saved queries window on the Insights tab. C. CMDB Query Builder. D. Saved queries window on the CMDB 360 tab. Answer. D. Saved queries window on the CMDB 360 tab. Explanation. In Data Foundations, Insight ServiceNow CMDB 360 provides tools to explore and analyze CI data across multiple sources. Saved queries for CMDB 360 are created and managed in the Saved Queries window on the CMDB 360 tab within ServiceNow CMDB Workspace. Other options are incorrect because Insights tab shows feature adoption and CMDB health metrics. Coverage view focuses on data coverage analysis. ServiceNow CMDB Query Builder, used for general CMDB queries, not CMDB 360 multi-source saved queries. Correct answer, Saved Queries window on the CMDB 360 tab. Questions 15. A CMDB administrator wants to run the Services Have Owners Identified playbook to remediate the issues shown in the CMDB Data Foundations dashboard. Which remediation plays would be used? Choose 2. A. Govern data. B. Analyze data. C. Fix data. D. Report data. Answer. B. Analyze data and C. Fix data. Explanation. In CMDB Data Foundations, when a dashboard indicator like Services Have Owners Identified shows missing ownership data, remediation follows 2 main plays. Analyze data. Identify which service records are missing ownership fields and understand the scope of the issue. Fix data. Update the service records by assigning the correct owners. These steps help improve data quality in the ServiceNow CMDB and align with the Common Service Data Model by ensuring clear service ownership. Govern data and report data support prevention and monitoring but are not the direct remediation steps. Correct answers: analyze data and fix data. Questions. 16. A CMDB administrator has been tasked with gathering information for a presentation to leadership. The administrator needs to provide duplicate CI, orphan CI, and stale CI metrics. Which scorecard provides this information on the CMDB Health Dashboard? A. Correctness. B. Compliance. C. Completeness. D. None. Answer. B. Compliance. Explanation. In Data Foundations, Insight metrics like duplicate CIs, orphan CIs, and stale CIs measure CMDB hygiene and governance adherence. These indicate whether records comply with rules that maintain operational usability. Duplicate CIs, ID governance controls not consistently preventing multiple records. Orphan CIs, missing expected relationships. Stale CIs, lifecycle updates or retirements not performed. These metrics fall under compliance, not completeness. Field population. Or correctness, accuracy of values, relationships. Correct answer, B, compliance. Question 17. A CMDB Data Manager needs to access the ServiceNow platform to create, publish, and manage policies that automate and govern CI lifecycle operations, ensuring the CMDB remains healthy and efficient. Where can the Data Manager do this? A. CI Class Manager. B. CMDB Workspace, Management tab. C. Service Operations Workspace. D. CMDB Workspace, CMDB 360 tab. Answer, B. CMDB Workspace, Management tab. Explanation: in Data Foundations, govern ServiceNow CMDB Data Manager automates CI lifecycle tasks like deletion, archival, and attestation. Policies are managed in CMDB Workspace, Management, Policies, ensuring consistent, repeatable governance. Correct answer, CMDB Workspace, Management, Policies. Questions 18. With CMDB 360, multi-source CMDB, dynamic reconciliation rules are enabled. Based on management requirements, a CMDB administrator needs to configure multiple dynamic reconciliation rules, which are available dynamic rule types within the Create Reconciliation Rule wizard. Choose two options. A. Smallest value. B. Most reported. C. Last updated. D. Last created. Answer, B. Most reported, and C. Last updated. Explanation: ServiceNow CMDB 360 supports dynamic reconciliation rules to determine attribute values based on data patterns instead of fixed source priority. Supported types: most reported. B. Chooses the value reported most frequently across sources. Last updated. C. Chooses the most recently updated value. Smallest value. A. And last created. D. Are not supported. Correct answers: B. Most reported. C. Last updated. Questions 19. A CMDB administrator is asked to clean up the CMDB duplicates. What is the preferred way to manage this task? A. The deduplication dashboard on the CMDB workspace. B. My tasks in the application navigator. C. The deduplication task module. D. None. Answer: A. The deduplication dashboard on the CMDB workspace. Explanation: in Data Foundations, govern duplicate CI cleanup is key to maintaining CMDB trust and accuracy. The ServiceNow CMDB workspace deduplication dashboard is the preferred tool because it centralizes detection, prioritization, and safe remediation with auditability. Generic work queues like My Tasks or standalone task modules lack the specialized guidance needed. Correct answer: deduplication dashboard in CMDB workspace. Questions 20. Choose two options. A CMDB administrator has built a number of technology management service offerings, technical service offerings, based on dynamic CI groups to better maintain group alignment for the member CIs. Which groups are synced to CIs from the offering that has a relationship to a dynamic CI group? A. Approval group. B. Managed by group. C. Owned by group. D. Support group. Answer, B. Managed by group and D. Support group. Explanation: in ServiceNow, dynamic CI groups automatically manage CI membership and sync operational support attributes. The two attributes synced are managed by group. B. Team responsible for CI lifecycle and health. Support group. D. Team providing day-to-day operational support. Approval group. A. And owned by group. C. Are not synced. Correct answers: B. Managed by group. D. Support group. If you want to practice more exam questions like these, you can download the complete ServiceNow Certified Implementation Specialist Data Foundations Practice Questions PDF from Study4Exam. Study4Exam provides updated exam questions, detailed explanations, real exam simulation practice tests, preparation materials for multiple IT certifications. The download link is available in the description. If this video helped you understand the ServiceNow Certified Implementation Specialist Data Foundations exam, make sure to like this video, comment how many questions you answered correctly. Subscribe for more certification exam preparation videos, and don't forget to download the full ServiceNow Certified Implementation Specialist Data Foundations exam preparation PDF from Study4Exam. Thanks for watching and good luck with your certification.